r/AskReddit. You time travel from the year 2018 to 2020. You go outside and see everything closed and the streets empty. What's your reaction? What do you buttume happened?
The purge is a real thing now and I time traveled right in the middle of it.
If that will be India, then the police will beat the crap out of you for roaming around.
Well, the thing it's most similar to when you go outside is the day of Princess Diana's funeral, so my immediate initial buttumption would be that everyone was at home watching the Queen's funeral.
I read the signs on like every closed store's door talking about coronavirus quarantine and think, must be a quarantine.
I'd buttume either bio or chemical warfare broke out. Because of no people and buildings still standing and no obvious signs like nuclear fallout.
Saying, what the heck happened here, just like Ant-Man.
I probably would buttume either a pandemic or WW3.
Obviously everyone has been out looking for me since I disappeared in 2018. Pretty much what's happening now. I was always a fan of I Am Legend.
Fortnite became so popular Epic had to start slaughtering entire towns and using the people's biome boot to power their servers.
Thanos.
I'm a zoomer, I pull out my phone and look it up.
Wow, the Games of Thrones finale must have been worth all of the build-up.
Kowalski, Batisis.
12 monkeys.
I had the opposite effect. I just went for a run and Burns Park had 30 to 50 people there. I couldn't run down a street without people around.
I'd yell Laurel and see if anyone replies, no you dumb fudge, it's Yanni.
Where in America are the streets empty? I'm in Texas and I wouldn't know anything was going on if it weren't for the news.
Obviously the elite created a satanic artificial intelligence to carry out their dastardly plan of having CERN create a dark matter asteroid to take out God's chosen people, Newcastle United fans. Of course this is just step 3 on the way of creating the NWO and Rupert Murdoch as the head of Channel 5.
I think I'd just find a way to the internet, easy if time travel didn't fudge up my phone, and be like, oh okay.
Everyone moved to Mars probably.
Oh, did that human-eating self-replicating indestructible flying nanobot that I created and stored in a container which I programmed to open on April 1, 2020 break out?
I'd probably buttume that a hard Brexit was as bad as some people were saying it would be.
You finally really did it. You maniacs. You all ate the Tide Pods. God darn you. God darn you all to heck.
Think that I fudged up big and killed everyone.
Everyone died.
WW3 because of Trump's fudge-ups. That would be my guess.
My small town, with the exception of barbers, restaurants, and a few mom-and-pop shops, is still mainly open, so I probably wouldn't think anything.
I buttume someone must have paid a lot of money to shoot a post-apocalyptic movie. I saw the pictures in the news with a completely empty Times Square, and I was reminded of the American remake of Vanilla Sky. Early in the movie there is a scene where Tom Cruise's character runs frantically through a mysteriously depopulated Times Square. I remember reading that was that movie's money shot. It was apparently extremely expensive to pay all the people who would have been in Times Square at that time to stay out long enough to shoot that scene. Upon seeing the recent news shot, I imagined the director and producers of Vanilla Sky watching the same news and facepalming, thinking to themselves, if we'd just waited a couple decades, we could have gotten that shot, and therefore that movie, a whole lot cheaper,
Probably think there's radiation and I fudged up by going out.
I would probably buttume another global recession followed by H1N1 again. I would have just gotten the disease wrong and the order of events backwards.
If my knowledge was from 2018, I would automatically think, wow, Trump managed to screw things up far worse than I thought possible. What's the idiot done now?
We found a way to transmit our consciousness to computers and are now living inside capsules that supply our body with nutrition and our brains hooked to a computer.
Oh crap, it's 28 days later.
Half-Life 3.
Zombies. I didn't time travel, I know what happened, and I still think zombies.
Oh, so 2012 was of the world ends in 2020.
Thanos really did it.
freak out that I traveled to an alternate universe.
I would buttume everyone got enslaved by Fortnite.
Zombies.
Trump did something.
The rapture.
Zombie apocalypse.
45.
World War III happened.
I'll just ask what happened. It's not like the people disappeared.
Infinity War was real.
Thanos snap.
Oh, so people stopped loitering and started making good stuff for the planet? Nice, they finally understood.
I am not gonna lie, it's actually surprisingly nice in my neighborhood. I take the dog out for a 30-minute walk every day, and I see families out playing in their yards, grilling and listening to music, doing yard work. Reminds me of growing up pre-internet, but just with the social distancing.
Someone got a 25 kill streak.
Martial law.
Oh, I'd be so clueless. I would think there was some special sports game on TV that everyone stayed at home to watch. If I knew it was March, I'd probably guess March Madness. I would not notice that the sports bars and restaurants weren't crowded.
Woke up too early.
Elon Musk tool everyone to Mars, I guess.
I buttume the Democrats created a hoax claiming that a virus is going around that's worse than the flu to try and damage the president's re-election chances. My first guess? Trump nuked us.
Incas were 7 years off. Somehow we managed to make it to the Final Four and state has shut down to watch.
Trump.
Plague.
Sees Trump is president, huh? Well, yes, that makes complete sense. Everyone is probably in the fallout bunkers.
Yeah, not what's happening in this country. Not yet anyway. I would expect that a pandemic happened because even in 2018 it was a real threat that could have happened.
I missed the Gordon rapture because I forged with the laws of time and space. Go me.
Asterisk looks around, grabs katana asterisk it's happening.
I would buttume that everyone is playing Fortnite since 2018 was when the Fortnite craze rocked the world but was hastily destroyed due to the strength of the Reddit community. Go back to 2018 and start to collect bottle caps.
I was just wondered what would happen at the next few episodes of my favorite show. Surely the lack of my existence can cause a harm in the timeline, right?
If it's time travel from just 2 years prior, I would just whip out my phone and look at my Twitter or Facebook to find out.
All humanity is making me a surprise party.
I would think that an apocalypse happened and everyone's dead.
Think everyone now has a reasonable lifestyle of being an introvert. Then I would notice the bidding toilet paper and realize there is a diarrhea plague.
The Queen has taken control of the whole world and has killed everybody with car accidents, except the rest of the lizard clan who have been planning this for thousands of years and have now taken control. They have called the lizards from their own planet to drag the bodies of the now dead human beings and lock them inside their prison planet, Pluto. The only human to have survived is me and I must pretend to be a lizard to be able to continue on living. The lizards now have 3 planets including their own, Pluto and Earth. Just as they had planned, they will plant the Queen on another planet and wait until they have taken control of all the galaxies.
Time travel back. I would think that an apocalypse had happened and I don't wanna die in the future.
I hope it's the Walking Dead thing.
The Earth has taken its revenge.
Well, something dastardly happened.
Zombie apocalypse.
The apocalypse came.
I'd probably just wander around for human life until I find a pea-butting car or a stranger on the streets.
I would buttume World War III has happened.
Finally. No slow walkers in front of me.
I buttumed I was in 2012.
Exactly what's happening except worse.
Where I live in Michigan, it is busy despite the virus. People are out doing outdoor activities, grocery store parking lots are more full than usual, and there is plenty of traffic in the city. To answer your version, I'd either think I arrived on a holiday or that something happened to wipe out mankind. I don't live in the area that has it the worst, but I buttume I'd see some sort of activity or a sign on a door of a business really quick.
My buttume killed everyone.
Fudge H1N1 again.
Redacted virus.
There are coronavirus posters everywhere telling me to wash my hands and to stand 2 meters away from people, so, probably that, or Womprat infestation.
I would buttume that Thanos actually snapped.
28 days later.
I'd buttume I was in a weird Black Mirror episode.
Well, I mean, corona posters are everywhere, so I would probably figure out what has happened before I notice the lack of people. I live next to a few stores that are open, so I can see quite a lot of people.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe and smack that bell icon to stay up to date on our videos. See you next time.